Good evening, everyone. Welcome to all of you. It's a great joy to have you all with us today for a new meditation session. Last week, the meditation took place at the Cranberry Library, and we met there in person. And we learned about a Sahaj treatment clearance technique, which is especially beneficial for the first three energy centers, and that is foot soak. So we had a little demonstration over there at the library last Wednesday. And today we are very, very happy to be able to have a collective foot soak with all of you joining us today. The theme of today is inner transformation through meditation, and we have a very, very special guest with us today who is going to lead the foot soak and the meditation, and she is joining us from New Jersey. She is an artist, she is a successful writer, and her name is Connie. Hello, Connie. Connie, can you hear us?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
there you are. I was okay. There you are. Great. How are you doing today, Connie?
Wonderful. Very wonderful.
Have
Thank
you?
you.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. And, I think it's very interesting to know how you came across Sage Yoga meditation. And, because you're an artist and you're a successful writer, how did this influence your career? Did this inspire you? Did this meditation inspire you in any way? And I also know that you're celebrating 20 years of meditation. So what would you
Yeah.
like to share with us today?
Well, I was walking out of live music. My husband, who practices with me, Joseph, he loves live music, and I was going through a really, really tough struggle because my mom was dying.
Oh,
My daughter was graduating from high school, and so I had college. I had all kind of celebrations, and so I had imbalance totally, and I couldn't be happy. I just was like, okay, how am I going to be happy because this is coming? And my mom had just got her closing notice. It's like they said 3 years maybe max, and it ended up being 4. But it's like when you have that to deal with, you don't know what to do with yourself. And I was miserable. I was teaching college. I was teaching in Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon and Pitt and at different places. And I was really enjoying that. I love teaching, and I do theater as well and write for the theater. But when you have something of this magnitude where your mother, who meant the world to me, is dying, how do you stay happy about the other things? You know what I mean? So I couldn't. And the funny thing was, when I left this music thing, I was so miserable. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go. And when I left the music thing, my mentor and Sahaj teacher, Tracy Tishik, was with a group of people just outside of the concert, in the grass. It was springtime, and she said to me, is this like, I started looking at the people meditating on the grass, and she handed me a little brochure, and she said, is this what you're looking for? And I just went, what? And it took me about, I would say, 3 or 4 months to finally go to a class. And I talked to her on the phone. Yeah, I'm coming this week. I'm coming this week. And classes were at Carnegie Mellon and different places, different universities, different places. And it was just the most phenomenal experience I ever had. I just got connected with the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, and also with the process. The one thing, I had been going through a situation, Joe and I both, where a teacher in high school had got us really, really upset because they hurt our daughter, and we couldn't forgive them. And that, I was normally a very upbeat person, but with these things happening, it's just like you get crazy. And so the funny thing is, when I start listening to the talks and going to the meditations. Sri Mataji has a lot of incredible wisdom in this meditation. And the one is, how do you forgive? Yeah, forgiveness is important, but how do you do it? And she said, you do nothing. You just forgive. Just say, I forgive. And that's one of the centers that we're going to talk about today is forgiveness and how we go through that. And that's part of the transformation. That's the sixth center that we work on to do these meditations. So
That's beautiful. Wow. So, great. Before we get started, I just wanted to make sure that we are ready with a foot soak bucket and with everything that we need for a foot soak. And Karen, I do know for sure, I know that for a fact that you do have a foot soak bucket at home. So, if you do need 2 minutes to get ready, to get the water and the salt and everything you need, then we can give ourselves 2 minutes to do that. And Deborah, I'm not very sure you do have a foot soak bucket. If you do have one, then that's great. Join us for the foot soak today. But if you don't, that's also fine. What you could do is just, you could just follow us in the meditation and just still have a beautiful meditation and a beautiful session.
I have everything. I just need a couple minutes to get it ready.
Okay, so we're gonna give you guys 2 minutes to get ready, okay? And we'll meet again in 2 minutes. All right, so hopefully we are all ready. So, Connie, I will just say bye for now to all of you, and I'll meet you all at the end of the session.
thank you. Well, before we start our meditation, what we do is raise our energy up. And if you can all see me, the right hand goes around the left, top of the head, and we're going to tie a knot. We bring that down, and we're going to do it again. And we'll tie 2 knots for the second and then third, 3 knots. And that represents the 3 channels of energy. The left side, which is the past, the right side, which is the future, and in the center channel, which is the present. And what we're going to do today is center ourselves and find ourselves transforming within. So we take our right hand and we're going to give a bond on to the foot soap water, 7 circles clockwise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll put our feet in the water. Make sure it's comfortable. You can close your eyes or take a deep breath. And we're going to focus on each center. And that's a photograph of the founder of this meditation, Sri Mataji. And her teachings are worldwide, and you can actually verify everything that she says because this was done, she started the meditation in 1970, and everything's been recorded. So we can always verify and check, and nobody can change things up and go their own way with it, like many religions and philosophies. So we know that what she's talking about is standard throughout all the meditations, all the Sahaj. And she has followers and leaders all through the world. And it just makes sense. It's common sense. So we're going to think about each center. And one of the things another Sahaj yogi taught me was that we do hand movements, just like I've done Hatha yoga before, which is a lot of people know about the yoga poses and all that. This is very similar because what happens is when you use your hand, it focuses your attention within. So we're going to take our right hand and we're going to put it on the very first center, which is the Muladhara. And you can see in the chart, the very first center is the center of innocence. Number 1, it's the very first number 1, it's red, and that is the center of innocence and wisdom. And we all are born with this purity, wisdom, and that's the quality of it, is purity. And life is so much easier when we're innocent, but somehow things happen and we're sometimes not. But we put our right hand on that center, and then we're going to take and we're going to spin the energy there 7 times clockwise. And then put the hand back on the center and say, Mother, Sri Mataji, Holy Mother, divine Kundalini energy within. The Kundalini is the energy that we're working with tonight. It's the mother energy within us. And as we focus on that energy, we can feel it rise. And this energy within us, we call it Mother because we were born with it. And it's our power. It's our healing energy, our power energy from our mother source. And we feel it on that first center. And then we're going to raise it up. We're going to feel it raising up to the second center. The second center is the Svadhisthana. The Svadhisthana is the center of creativity, where we can make and do and be. And we run the energy 7 times. And we allow the energy to build and move up into that second center. This is the center of creativity, where we can make and do and be. The energy moves up, and we put it on the third center, which is the Nabi, the green area there. The outer portion is called the void, but the third center is the Nabi, and that's the center of peace within us and mastery. We are our own masters, And we feel this energy within us. And we know that this energy within us guides us, tells us what to do and where to go and how to be. And if we're on the road and all of a sudden we turn left suddenly and we don't know why, it's guiding us. And that has happened to so many of us. But we feel this energy within us, and we feel the meditation, the energy, the vibration rising. This is the center again, the nabi, that governs all the vital organs, the stomach, the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, the heart, all of these organs cleansed and purified as the energy comes up. Now we're going to clear the sides. We'll put the right hand toward the floor and allow the left hand to rest on the lap. And we're going to ask Mother, please take this energy, take all blockages and imbalances into the earth to be recycled. Clear our left side, our left channel. Allow us to embrace our memories, but not to cling on to them. Allow us to be detached from them. And allow our left side to be clear and clean. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Feel the space between the in-breath and now let it out. And as we let it out, we can feel the energy go through the right hand into the earth to cleanse and clear our left side. We take the left hand and we put it up like a chimney so that it's facing the back. We put the right hand on the lap now, and we're going to clear the right side. We take a deep breath in. Hold it. Feel the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. If you want to take an extra breath, feel free. But we're going to clear this right side. It's going to go out just like a chimney. Please clear our right side, Mother. Allow us to be industrious, but don't let us be futuristic. We know that there is no future, there is no past, only the present moment. Allow us to be in the present moment. Put our hands back on our lap. Now that our lower centers are cleared, we can feel the energy rising. Let it rise to our heart. Put our hand on our center heart. And allow this heart to open and cleanse and clear as we give it a Bandhan 7 times. Mother, please give me an open heart so that I can love and be loved. We know that we get nervous and we get afraid of things. And this is our heart center where we can be sure that we are guided by our own mastery, by our Divine Mother. We are guided and protected and connected. And we feel this heart, and we're going to use a Sanskrit word, and we're going to just tap our chest, our heart, very slightly, 12 times, because this heart, this center, has 12 petals. And we're going to say 4 sections of 3 with this word. The word is Jaganamba, and we'll say it 12 times. We can say it out loud, or we can say it in our heart. Jaganamba, 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 Jaganamba. We feel the energy in our heart, calming us, protecting us, and allowing us to take each and every breath. And we take a deep breath in. Just feel the space in between the breath, in and out. And we feel the energy now rising up to the center of the throat, where we call the Vishuddhi. And this is the 5th center. And this is our collectivity. Where we speak and we ask Divine Mother, please give us sweet words and kind language. Allow us to speak only sweet words and kind language. And allow us to hear sweet words and kind language. In this center, we ask you to give us the grace, the dignity, and the gift of collectivity we find in this center where we communicate with each other. Our words should be like chocolate to one another, sweet, kind, uplifting. We feel the energy moving up to the Ajna. This is the 6th center, the center of forgiveness. Mother, give us the mind of Christ, focused on forgiveness, forgiveness. We put our hand across our forehead and we say, I forgive, 3 times, either aloud or just in our heart. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. And we do nothing. We just say, I forgive. Not anybody in particular, not anybody, but just in general. I forgive everything. And it's such a freedom when you forgive. So thank you, Mother, for the gift of forgiveness. We forgive everybody. And we're going to put our hand in the back of that center and tilt our head back slightly. And we say, if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Please forgive me. And we take a deep breath in. And as we let it out, we feel the gift of forgiveness moving into us. And just stay there for a minute with your mind in your mind's eye. And we're going to ask for the gift of thoughtless awareness. Now that we've forgiven, now that we've cleared all blockages in all our centers, the energy should move up to the top of the head. And we're going to put our hand on the top of our head. And there's a soft spot still on our scalp. It's calcified since when we were babies. People always talked about this soft spot fontanelle bone area. And it's still a little soft. And we're going to put a little bit of pressure by lifting our fingers up and pressing down with our palm. I'm going to move this scalp 7 times, each time saying, Mother, please give me the gift of thoughtless awareness. Mother, please give me the gift of thoughtless awareness. Mother, please give me the gift of thoughtless awareness. 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 And lift the hand up slightly, just a few inches. And see if you feel anything. Maybe a cool or a warm breeze. Anything at all. You can lift it up a little higher. You can bring it down lower, but see if you feel anything up there. And that is the divine connection. That's the energy within you. Allow it to flow through freely. Allow us to connect so you can protect. And we can live our life in the present moment, not worrying about the past, not concerned with the future, but in the present moment where we can experience love and divine wisdom and all these qualities, compassion, collectivity, understanding. Put your right hand back on the lap, and now put your left hand up. Press down on that fontanelle bone area. Lift up on your fingers and let your palm, and just move the scalp 7 times. And then lift it slightly and see if you feel anything with the left hand. It's okay if you don't feel anything. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But once you start getting into the practice of thoughtless awareness, you can feel this. Moving up, higher, back, forth. And put both hands back on the lap and just keep the attention on the top of the head for a minute. We thank you, Mother, for the gift of meditation. And we thank you for this technique, foot soaking, to cleanse our spirit, to cleanse everything out of to cleanse our channels, and to cleanse all the centers, to get any blockages or imbalances out, so that we can feel this flow. And we thank you. Now, when I'm going to ask you to just finish your foot soak, and you're going to take your water, just regular tap water, and rinse your feet off. And then just using a hand towel, wipe your feet and just set the bucket aside for now. But when you dispose of it, let the water go down to the toilet, and then run a clockwise, counterclockwise bond on the water in the toilet and then flush it. And keep this foot soak bucket just for this purpose. You can rinse it out and then, but leave it for just this purpose. So I think we're going to listen to a talk. But just sit in meditation until let the energy flow within you.
We cannot enjoy anything in life. Really, we cannot. You can see the way people are now going on for such sensational things. The reason is there's no joy. The sensitivity to joy is so reduced that I sometimes fear with all that they are doing, so fed up that they may have to put electrodes in their limbic area to get the joy instead. They have become so very insensitive to anything. They will not love, they will not smile. They are so full of closed hearts and frightening things, whatever is said about human beings. Now, first thing you have to know, you don't have to suffer at all. Secondly, you don't have to judge yourself. Let your Kundalini rise and judge you. You don't start judging yourself and condemning yourself. And another fashion, which is very common, is to feel guilty. From the very beginning, you start, I am afraid. What are you afraid of? You have to have all the courage, all the blessings, and all the confidence. You are a human being. And this is the message I want to tell you, that you are a human being and you have to be the spirit. And once you are the spirit, you will be surprised. The blessings will be showering upon you. In these modern times, to talk about these things is out of date. But it is predicted that this will be said and this will be done. For us, it is important, first of all, to know our own glory, our own truths, and about how we are built and how others are built. Once you know that, first of all, the peace within is established. Unless and until there is peace within, what do you talk of this peace organization and peace Nobel Prize? I have seen the people who have got Nobel Prizes are the most hot-headed, so much that you have to talk to them with a barge pole in between. Anytime they are up to jump on you, you cannot challenge them. Even talking to them is a difficult situation. So how are they going to have this peace foundation when they are themselves so shaky? Then you have other things talking about the love, full of lust and greed. They love your purse, not you. When you talk of love, love is a thing that's detached. Like the sap in the tree rises, goes to all the leaves, all the trunk, all the flowers, all the fruits, and comes back. It's not attached. If it gets attached to one fruit, the tree will die and the fruit will die too. So this pure love or the divine love is detached. That's why it acts, it works. A person who is a realized soul is such a pure personality that even a glance of such a person can do lots of things. Even a thought of such a person in the attention can do so many things, bring about so many changes. So this is the time of our transformation. We have to become a higher personality. The transformation has to take place. At the time of Easter, we give people eggs. Perhaps people do not know why do we give them eggs at the time of Easter. But about Christ is written in our scriptures that he was an egg to begin with. Of course, he was much more before that, but to begin with, he was the God of innocence. But then he came as an egg. And then he was divided into two halves. The one half which incarnated and which transformed is there. So the resurrection is the transformation. Like an egg, if we are bound by our conditioning and by our ego, we break through that shell and become a bird which is really a free bird. Only thing, the bird has to know how to fly. Now this is, again I am saying, is the living process of the living nature, of the living power of love. It is not something artificial. In Sahaja Yoga, I must have spoken in this hall, I don't know how many times before. And again, today there's a chance to speak to you. What I have to say that it is important, the becoming is not important. You cannot become a member of Sahaja Yoga. You cannot pay membership. You cannot pay for your realization. How can you pay? How much do we pay to the Mother Earth to sprout the seed? Does she understand? Because she has the power, she sprouts the seed. If you give her money or read something before her, it makes no difference. But once you get your realization, you start understanding how many powers you have. And the greatest power is of compassion and detached love. These 7 chakras are within us, which are to be enlightened by the awakening of the Kundalini, about which Dr. Spiro has already told you. Now, in this short time, I cannot cover up the whole subject. I must have given at least more than 1,000 lectures in English language. But I would request you one thing, that forget about what you have learned so far, about your conditionings. Because if you had achieved anything out of that, I was not necessary. Now, you have to see with a clean slate, as they say, what you can achieve in this lifetime, which is the most important thing is to be achieved. The highest of all, that you become sensitive to joy. Then you start seeing joy in everything. You don't have to think as, oh, this is the thing which is marvelous. No, it just happens. You see, it is. Just you enjoy without thinking about it. You become a peaceful personality. You become a dynamic personality. You are not swayed by the waves of things like some fashion coming up, then some sort of a nonsensical idea coming up, then some medicine coming up, and you treating yourself and getting into trouble. You just rise above all these things at a higher level, and you start seeing everything as a witness. You become the witness of all the jokes that are going on, and you just watch it, and you think, what's all this? It's just a play. Many people have said that, Mother, you always laugh so much and you have always smiling face, so the people are not going to take you seriously. I said, I don't want them to be serious. There's not going to be any seriousness needed. What are you serious about? You should be happy. It's fun. We have to be happy people. We have to be happy. Those people who think they are very guilty should punish themselves by saying, you are not guilty, you are not guilty, 108 times. That's what we have in Sahaja Yoga. It's just a myth. All these are myths. We are working with myths and making our lives miserable, which is meant to be joy, happiness, and all the overflowing blessings of the divine. Whatever I'm telling you about, we have within ourselves all the great powers hidden of our brain, of our liver, of our heart. They are to be enlightened. And then in the light, you see everything. In this room, you have so many lights. You have to just push in one button and the whole thing comes down. In the same way, it happens. But if I start telling you about the history of electricity in the dark and all about how it came here and what all happened, you would be just fed up with it. So, what we are doing is to tell you that let us put on the button first, You better have your light and see in that light if it is true or not. If it is true, you have to understand and accept it honestly. You have to be honest to yourself. That is the main point I'm trying to tell you. We are not to play about with ourselves and play about with our conditionings. We have to be honest and to get to our properties that are within ourselves. I'm not here to oblige you at all. There's no obligation. It's just like a catalyst, I would say. And you become the catalyst yourself once you get your realization. And you can do all that I can do. It's very easy and very simple. May God bless you all.
We're going to try to bring back that meditation that we had, that feeling of meditation that we had earlier, so that we can access that feeling of transformation, so that we can feel the energy within us and feel it come back alive again. So we're going to run through a very short guided exercise, one that we do when we first get our meditation, and we do periodically to renew our meditation, to renew the spirit of the Kundalini within us, to renew us. So let's just sit again, close our eyes, and put both hands on our lap. And we can look at Sri Mataji. We can look at the bindi in her forehead. That helps us sometimes to not focus on anything else. Or we can just close our eyes. Take a deep breath. And just let it out and relax. Relax the mind, the eyes. And we're going to put both hands on our lap. Hands up. Relax the spine. And take another breath and put the hand on the heart. And we're going to say some affirmations. We're going to ask a question first. Mother Kundalini within me, am I the spirit? Am I the spirit? Am I the spirit? Then we're going to take the right hand on our heart and just feel. We're going to move the hand now on the left-hand side, the right hand, and press it under the rib cage. And we're going to say, Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Am I really my own master? Am I my own master? Now, we're going to take the right hand down to the lower part, the lower abdomen, and we're going to press it hard so that we can feel the energy rising. We're going to press it on the lower abdomen where the leg and the hip meet, and press it hard and say 6 times, because the center has 6 petals. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. 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 And we can feel the energy rising now, slowly or fast. And we put the hand back under the rib cage. We feel the energy again. And we ask the question, am I my own master? Yes. Now with this pure knowledge in me, I am my own master. And we're going to say this 10 times. Allowing the attention to go in and allow the transformation to take place inside us. I am my own master. 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 We feel that empowerment within us. And we raise that right hand up to the heart again. And now this time we know that we are the spirit. We're not this body. We're not this mind. We're the spirit. And we collectively connect with everybody and with the divine force. And this center has 12 petals. So we're going to focus on those 12 petals and count them around as we say, I am the spirit. 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 Now there's two conditions. You have to forgive and you have to know that you're not guilty. You have to forgive yourself. And we're going to put our hand in this Vishuddhi center. Just cup it over the shoulder and turn the head slightly to the right. And this center has 16 petals. So we're going to say 16 times, 4 sets of 4. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty at all. 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 I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty at all. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Now we put our hand across the forehead and squeezing it from one side on the temple to the other side with the fingers and the thumb. Just slightly squeezing it, a little bit of pressure. And we say, I forgive. Not anybody in particular, just in general. I forgive. I forgive. We put our hand on the top of our head to that frontal nail-bone area, pressing down the palm, lifting up the fingers and moving clockwise 7 times. Mother, please give us our self-realization. Mother, please deepen our self-realization. Mother, please strengthen our self-realization. Please deepen our self-realization. Please strengthen our self-realization. Please give us our self-realization. Please give us our self-realization. Strengthen our self-realization. Please deepen our self-realization. Please deepen our self-realization. Please strengthen our self-realization. Please give us the divine knowledge and the gift of self-realization. We thank you, Mother, and we just keep the attention on the top of the head. And see if you can feel a cool breeze on your hands or on the top of your head. This is the gift of the Holy Spirit. This is the divine. Sometimes you can feel it moving through your hands, the vibrations. And as you learn more, you'll be able to decode the sensations in your fingers and your hands and above the top of your head. Sometimes you feel it in your face.
So let us open our eyes and let us conclude our meditation by again raising our motherly energy, Kundalini, and taking Bandhan. So let's do it slowly and let us follow the hands with our attention. Let's make one knot above the hand. And let's do it again. And we're going to make 2 knots above the hand. And the third time, we're going to make 3 knots above the hand. And now the bandhan of protection from the left hand side of our body, around and then back, 7 times. And we can just join our hands. And it's very important that we acknowledge if there is any progress, if we have felt the meditative state, if we have felt the cool breeze, of if there is any beautiful experience that we feel is contributing to our spiritual growth, it's very important that we acknowledge that. So let's just offer a little prayer to our own motherly energy. Mother, thank you for giving us our spiritual ascent. Thank you for our self-realization. Thank you for the experience of meditation. I hope all of you enjoyed a beautiful meditation today. And Connie, thank you so much for joining us and for leading the foot soak and the meditation and for sharing your words of wisdom with us. So next next Wednesday, we are going to meet again online, and we are going to talk more about the qualities of the chakras. And we are going to really focus on awakening those qualities and understanding more about our energy centers. Just before we start the short interaction, I can see someone joined us from an iPhone. So there's an iPhone who joined us today. Would you like to please unmute or even turn on your video and share your experience today? Let us know who you are.
Lavati, it's me, Honey.
Oh, honey. Okay. Good to have you with us, honey. So how was your experience today?
It was really good.
That's lovely. Wonderful. Okay, so we also have with us Deborah. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, Calamity. Thanks for asking. I found the experience to be very interesting. The words of wisdom that Connie shared, and I was able to feel the cool breeze.
That's lovely.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Sure. So, Deborah, I also know that you are trying to incorporate meditation in your daily routine. How is that going?
That's going very well also. I've had, especially this morning and yesterday, cool breeze. I felt it on my hands and my arms and my legs. I don't know if you're supposed to feel it there, but
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, you are very, very lucky, let me say. It took me a long time to feel the cool breeze, to tell you the truth. That's really amazing.
maybe it has something to do with my age. Maybe
Mhm.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that it may have something to do with your spiritual age because like when you are spiritually evolved, then, or let's say when your Vishuddhi chakra, which is the fifth energy center, is in good condition, then you are very sensitive to vibrations. So maybe you just have a very good Vishuddhi chakra. And also maybe you are spiritually evolved, as well. Why not?
That was news to me.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, sure. And how about the thoughtless awareness state? I do remember that at some point at the library, you did share that, it was a struggle sometimes, a struggle with the thought. So how do you feel about that now?
I haven't been fighting them, but today and this morning, even it's like I could still feel the breeze, but I had trouble staying in a state of thoughtless awareness. My thoughts were kind of overwhelming, but
Right. Yeah. So, sometimes we are very critical about ourselves, but what is important is to focus and acknowledge, as I said, what we are getting. So you are getting the cool breeze. That's a true gift, I would say. And then as you grow into this, it will develop even more, right? And then you have experienced the meditative state before, which is really great, and it is coming, but it may be interrupted or disturbed by thoughts. We should just, what happens to me when I have a beautiful experience within, and when I share my gratitude with a motherly energy, it actually grows, the experience grows, even more, and it stays with me. So that report, this energy really cleanses us every time we meditate, every time we do it with our pure desire. She cleanses us. So, and it's a report that, we establish. It's also our gratitude that we need to express. So when we focus on the gift we get in our meditation, then that grows. It's very important to let go of frustrations, and it's a living process. It's happening. We just have to expose ourselves to it.
okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deborah, for sharing your experience.
Yes, thank you.
And how about you, Karen? I'm so happy to see that you joined us today as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really committed to this. Is something I've wanted to do since I haven't had a lot of success with meditation otherwise, but so far I think this is the most successful. I thought I really enjoyed Connie leading the meditation tonight. It was really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I felt like it deepened some understanding of things that I'm kind of building on. I definitely had a more thoughtless state for a bit. I'm still not necessarily having the cool breeze, but certainly feel the energy. You can feel that above your head. So it's been really positive. I will, before you ask, I will say I'm not very good at meditating outside of this. I've done it usually the day after our session. I do it on the Thursday, and then I kind of sort of lose the time after that. But I do want to get better with that. I could definitely see the benefit. So each week I feel like I'm learning more and it's improving. So I think it's great. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. All right, that's great. So, Connie, thank you once again for joining us.
That's my honor.
And we will meet once again next Wednesday for yet another beautiful meditation session. So enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and keep meditating at home, and see you guys next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.